Ho 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 and welcome back everybody. Today we are going to be playing some Badgermole Explorer. This deck is using Badgermole Cub, which when it enters, Earth bends 1 and creatures tap for an additional mana, and Icetill Explorer, which allows you to play additional lands and lands from your graveyard to repeatedly get back Ghost Quarter and blow up our opponent's lands. So you might be thinking, oh, Icetill Explorer, it's only playable in Eldrazi Ramp because they can play it very early. No, we can play it turn 2. We've got Arboreal Grazer and Elvish Pioneer, which both put lands from our hands onto the battlefield tap. And then we have Flare of Cultivation. So we sacrifice one of these, put a forest onto the battlefield, forest into our hand. Boom, 4 mana turn 2, play our Icetill Explorer, play a Ghost Quarter from our hand, start blowing up lands, 2 a turn every turn after that. Works pretty well with Badgermole Cub too, because we use the Arboreal Grazer, put in a land, play the Badgermole Cub, and then we get to animate the Ghost Quarter that we play. And then we can go ahead and immediately sack the Ghost Quarter, and then get it back from the Earthbend ability, so that way we can blow up another land next turn. To go with this, we're playing a couple of combos, so we're playing Titania, Protector of Argoth, which whenever it enters the battlefield, we return a land from the graveyard to the battlefield. And whenever a land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you create a 5/3 green elemental creature token. We're pairing that with Sylvan Safekeeper, which sacrifices lands to give creatures Shroud. So we have Titania and Sylvan Safekeeper on the board, and we just sacrifice all our lands, make a ton of 5/3s, and if we have out Cactusfolk Sureshot, we get to give them all trample and haste, so we just get to attack in for like a bajillion mana. We've also got Springheart Nantuko, which is a card that in these types of landfall decks has a lot of different infinites, which will typically be with things like Lotus Cobra or Nissa Resurgent Animus. So you'll put the Springheart Nantuko onto like a Dryad Arbor. You'll play a land, make a copy of Dryad Arbor, make a couple mana, make a copy of Dryad Arbor, and you just get to make infinite Dryad Arbors. And this can also work with things like Badgermole Cub to animate and do that. You can use Icetill Explorer, get additional land drops. It won't be quite infinite, but it'll be enough. We've got Green Sun Zenith to pretty much tutor out anything in the deck. The Nissa Resurgent Animist will always find Titania, as it's the only other elf or elemental in the deck. And yeah, deck is just pretty insane. We play 4 Ghost Quarter, 2 Dryad Arbor, and a Boseiju in a commercial district. Rest are a ton of basics and a ton of fetch lands. In the sideboard, we're playing 3 Dismember for creature removal. Insidious Fungus is a tutorial way to destroy artifacts and enchantments. We've got Collector Ouphe to turn off the artifact decks, 2 Endurance, which we can find off of Nissa from the sideboard games to disrupt graveyards, Force of Vigor to blow up artifacts and enchantments. Carnage Tyrant is really good against the Blink decks. They have a difficult time removing it because it can't be countered, so Strict Serenade's not doing anything to it. It's got Hexproof, so Solitude's not doing anything to it, and it's just a large threat that can come down as early as turn 3. Then after that, we've got 3 Vexing Bauble to get around things like Simic Ritual, Blink, anything that's wanting to cast a bunch of free spells against us because our deck is a little weak to Solitude. And yeah, that is the deck. Let's see how we do in some games. Ho 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 and Merry Christmas, cadets. This week I want you all to comment your favorite black cards to continue growing the art transitions for the video. Let's take a look at those who had commented their favorite blue cards. Taylor Pack's favorite blue card was Tinker. TR Piff's was Murktide and Snapcaster Mage. TNT's Cal's was Cryptic Command. Castform 67 was Delver of Secrets, and AVC MTG was Polymorph. And now they've all been added to the Match 2 transition. If you want your favorite black cards immortalized on the channel, then just comment down below. The last day to comment will be December 13th, where we'll give another color a chance. Merry Christmas, cadets, and let's get back to the video. We're on the play, like this hand, we'll keep. Fetch for a forest. And then go ahead and Green Sun for a Dryad Arbor. Pass to the opponent. Opponent just surveils. Ooh, Gristlebrand to grave. Play Badgermole Cub and animate the Ghost Quarter. Let's go ahead and use the Ghost Quarter and hit the opponent's land. And get back our Ghost Quarter. Opponent grabs a swamp, and we pass it to them. Ooh, opponent thought seizes. That hurts our hand a lot. I was wanting to Icetill Loop. Our hand's looking pretty bad now. Just attack in while we can. And the opponent's draw step. Go ahead and Ghost Quarter their Watery Grave. Opponent floats some mana. Oh, mana goes away. Oh, opponent just passes. Do we think the opponent has more lands? Let's try to mess up their mana as much as possible. We'll take the Ghost Quarter. Okay, let's go ahead and attack for 3 again. Pass it to them. Hit their swamp again with Ghost Quarter. Oh, Plains. And opponent passes it to us again. Oh, opponent flashes in a Solitude. It's our Badgermole Cub. Gonna attack with the Dryad Arbor. Just play the Wooded Foothills and pass. Opponent Faithful Mendings. Discards Attraction, Force of Negation. Fetch for another Dryad Arbor. Bestow a Springheart Nantuko onto a Dryad Arbor. Play a Forest. We'll opt not to make a copy. Play our Arboreal Grazer to make another insect. And attack for 3. Oh, opponent Prismatic Endings the Springheart Nantuko. We'll attack for 4. And we were able to destroy enough of the opponent's lands. Gonna bring in 3 Vexing Bauble, 2 Endurance, and 2 Carnage Tyrant, taking out 4 Elvish Pioneer and 3 Flare of Cultivation. A little land light, but we'll keep. Opponent just surveils and passes to us. Arboreal Grazer. Surveil. Actually put into the graveyard because we are about to Flare of Cultivation. Forest. Alright, 4 lands secured onto the opponent. Godless Shrine. Oh, and Psychic Frog. We can go for an infinite probably next turn. Play Nissa. Forest make mana. Go ahead and Green Sun for a Dryad Arbor. Make another green. Get an Endurance this time. We'll play the Lotus Cobra. And not too bad for our turn 2. Now we get to keep Endurance up. Another Psychic Frog. One not to attack. Passes to us. We need to find a land off top. Dryad Arbor will do. Bestow the Dryad Arbor. And then I'll just show you all how this part works. So make mana with Nissa. Trigger here. Yeah, we'll pay the mana. And then we'll do it again. So now Springheart, Nissa, Lotus Cobra. We just make green. Make green. Pay the green. And then we just keep doing that and we'll make infinite of them. And opponent concedes it. GG, opponent. Not the strongest hand. We're on the draw, but we'll keep. Opponent Faithless Lootings. Discards Vengevine, Hollow One. Really scary. Just lead off on a Dryad Arbor. Pass to the opponent. Marauding Mako. Burning Inquiry. We discard both of our Springheart Nantukos a land. They've got a 4/4 Mako. I think this deck plays a lot of mountains. Not sure if attacking their lands is right here. That's the only thing we got, so we're going to go for it. Animate the Ghost Quarter. And pass to our opponent. Another Mako. And another Burning Inquiry. Ooh, discard Elvish Pioneer, Boseiju Forest. That's mostly fun since we've still got the Icetill Explorer. Oh, no attack. Alright, let's lead off Forest. Cast the Icetill. Go ahead and play the Ghost Quarter. Forgot this also tapped for 2, so we could have actually went Icetill Explorer and double Ghost Quartered, but c'est la vie. Let's go ahead and Badgermole again, so that way we've got a huge next turn. Onto the Ghost Quarter. Onto the opponent. Opponent doesn't attack again. Okay, hear me out. Let's actually Green Sun for Titania. Oh, I forgot we've got 2 Badgermole Cubs out. Green Sun for Titania. Titania enter, grab back Stomping Ground. Trigger the Icetill. And we'll wait until the opponent's draw step to do Ghost Quarter. Go ahead and destroy their district. Make a 5/3. And if we can find a fetch land, the Titania and Icetill can really start going off. Oh, no land from the opponent. Interesting. Opponent attacks. We'll block one of them with an elemental token. Trade and take 7. Opponent fetches for a Blood Crypt. And hard casts a Detective's Phoenix. Ooh, fetch land. Okay, let's make a ton of things. Let's start by blowing up the opponent's lands. Do it again. Get back Ghost Quarter. Restore their last land. And we'll just play the fetch land this time. Back out for an amount. Opponent's down to 2. My opponent concedes it there. Let's see what we've got in the sideboard. And while sideboarding, the opponent concedes the match. Interesting. Well, GG opponent nonetheless. Alright, we're back. This hand works. Let's try it. Elvish Pioneer, put in a forest. And let's go ahead and Flare of Cultivation. Have all the mana we need next turn. And on to the opponent. Ooh, and possibly playing against Energy. Ooh, Green Sun Xeno. Badgermole Cub. Animate the Ghost Quarter. Bestow Springheart Nantuko onto the Badgermole Cub. And say go. Arena of Glory tap for the opponent. Opponent triggers Guide of Souls. No attack, but trigger the Pride, trigger the Guide. Okay, let's start making some copies. Let's blow up their Arena of Glory. Ghost Quarters comes back, triggers Springheart Nantuko. We'll make the copy. New Badgermole will animate the old Ghost Quarter. It grabs a Plains. Just play a Forest for now and make another copy of the Badgermole Cub. Animate a Forest. And pretty decent little turn 3, and we can start just blowing up a couple lands every turn now. It goes for an Ajani. Makes a cat. Gains some life, gains some energy. The opponent doesn't even attack. Instead, make a cat, trigger the Guide. Dryad Arbor. So let's go ahead and search out a Titania with the Green Sun. Actually, let's get a fetch land into the graveyard for the Titania. Titania secured. Get back Windswept Heath. Just an insect this time. Let's fetch, trigger Titania. Grab a Forest. Trigger Badgermole Cub. We will tap 2 for that. Earthbend the Forest. Blow up an opponent's land. Make a copy of Badgermole Cub. Animate the Ghost Quarter. Trigger Titania. Blow up their land. And then I think we can hold back this turn and just attack out next turn. Opponent finds a land off top. Ooh, and has the Goblin Bombardment. I wonder if that'll be enough to kill us here. Opponent sacks cat, shoots us, flips a Johnny, and they're getting another Guide of Souls trigger, and then they're going to point the damage somewhere. Oh, they pointed at us. Do they feel confident that they'll be able to kill us here? Opponent makes 3 cats this time. Ooh, and a Wooded Foothills. Blow up their land, trigger Titanian Badgermole Cub. Trigger Springheart Nantuko. Make a copy of Badgermole Cub. Animate one of the lands. Play a Wooded Foothills. Trigger Springheart Nantuko. I'll make a copy. Animate another land. Go ahead and do the Wooded Foothills thing. Make another token with Titania. And then we'll just grab a commercial district here. Elvish Pioneer into the graveyard. Make another Badgermole. So animate. Oh, we were supposed to animate the Ghost Quarter. Whoops. Okay, well, let's just see what happens if we attack with all creatures. I think we die next turn to the Ajani if we don't attack out. Math is for blockers. Opponent blocks with a few cats. Is able to shoot us down. And yeah, maybe we're just dead now? Guide of Souls. Johnny Trigger. Yeah, an opponent's got us here. Alright, let's see what we've got in the sideboard. Alright, let's bring in Dismember, Insidious Fungus, Endurance, and Carnage Tyrant, cutting the Elvish Pioneer and Flare of Cultivation package. Okay, this hand's a little slow, but I think we can get there. Would have really liked to see a fetch land. Cast Green Suns, grab a Dryad Arbor. On it plays a God of Souls. Ooh, Badgermole Cub. Yeah, let's shock and Stomping Ground. Play the Badgermole Cub. And then we'll play the Bristly Bill. Mr. Bill. And on to the opponent. Opponent Galvanic discharges Mr. Bill. And passes it to us. Let's just cast the Sylvan Safekeeper and Icetill Explorer. Icetill Explorer. No extra land drops, though, unfortunately. We'll attack with the Badgermole Cub here. Opponent takes it. I think opponent forgot to fetch. Fetches now. Slot Pride, Trigger the Guide. And the Johnny, they're trying to do the same thing they did last game. Alright, they do their things. Find a Nissa. I think we'll just play it here. Maybe we'll go ahead and play the Arboreal Grazer too as some protection. Oh, or what I should have done is... Oh, actually, I might still be able to do it. Yeah, let's back Stomping Ground. And then we can play it twice with the Icetill Explorer. And then we'll have enough mana for the Carnage Tyrant. Find an Endurance. Let's cast the Carnage Tyrant. Roar! Carnage Tyrant. We'll just pass to the opponent. Opponent attacks with a Flying Cat. And Trigger Cat. Kitty's Blessing. And a bunch of triggers. Ooh, Green Sun Zenith. Alright, off this we are... Grab Titania. I forgot to sack the land beforehand, so that way we'd have it. Let's just float mana. Check the Titania. Sack land. And then I'll actually just keep it unpaused while we go through this whole bit. Never mind. Opponent might have a response. Opponent's going to sacrifice our graveyard. Alright, well, we'll still keep doing it. Play the Dryad Arbor. I forget how many land drops we've made. Oh, we're out of land drops. Play an Arboreal Grazer for a blocker. And let's just attack with a Carnage Tyrant for now. Blocks with a cat to flip the Ajani. Here's a Flage. Opponent points the damage at face. Opponent attacks with the cat. We'll block with the Grazer. Trigger the Pride. Make a couple more cats. A lot more cats. 3 more cats. We'll make a couple more creatures on instep. Opponent's going to exile our graveyard again. And let's just keep it going. Second the Dryad Arbor. To be honest, I don't know if we're going to get there. I'm going to try, though. We made a few more elemental tokens. Let's back in, see what we can do. Well, it makes a couple of blocks. Bye-bye Johnny, they're down to 10. Opponent attacks, but we block. We're down to 1, they're down to 16. And we're just going to make another elemental token. Alright, we're just going to attack all and hope that it's enough. Woo, we got there. Time for game 3. We're low on time. You know what? It's a little slow, but we'll keep it. Same start as always with the God of Souls. Forced Pass. Dismember in response to an Ajani. And a Ajani trigger. Just play a Sylvan Safekeeper and pass. Ragavan. Just dismember the Ajani. Take the 2 from the Cat Warrior. We're down to 10 already. Ooh, Orm's Chant. Okay. So since we can't cast the Lotus Cobra, just Dryad Arbor and go. Oh, block the Ragavan, and you know what? Let's just go ahead and take the hit on the... Let's not take the hit on the Cat Warrior. Gonna be low on mana, but at least we slow them down a considerable amount. Maybe we should have just taken the block on the Cat Warrior last turn. Opponent Galvanic discharges the Sylvan Safekeeper. Fable the Mirrorbreaker. Land. Nissa go. Lock and kill the Goblin Shaman. Wrath X equals 1? Oh, just blows up board. Okay. Play Arboreal Grazer as a blocker, and then we can flash an Endurance during the opponent's turn. Ooh, Flage. Endurance the opponent. Play Icetill Explorer. Get back a Dryad Arbor. Get back a Boseiju. Attack for 3. Well, it's down to 2 cards here. One of them's Ocelot Pride. Play the Wooded Foothills. Get a forest. Go ahead and cast Carnage Tyrant. Start blowing up the opponent's lands. Attack for 5. Blow up the opponent's land in upkeep. Or in draw, rather. Johnny from the opponent. Attack with Ocelot Pride, but we just block with Carnage Tyrant. They flip a Johnny, which is their goal. Alright, we're just going to leave it unpaused because we are low on time here. I think we can make it though. Get the Ghost Quarter. Blow up opponent's red source. Get a Ghost Quarter. Blow up opponent's land. And let's attack here. Yeah, we can attack. And GG, we got there. GG, opponent. Alright, we'll be right back for the wrap-up. Not a lot going for us in this hand, but we'll keep. On the draw, by the way. Opponent's mulliganing. Mountain DRC. Ooh, and its companion Bauble. Reveals a Fiery Islet Grave. And cracks the Bauble. 2 types in graveyard already. I think we could go for a pretty quick Titania line with Green Sun. Icetill Explorer 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab a Dryad Arbor to ramp onto the opponent. Opponent swings for 1. Ooh, and Lava Dart. Alright, that's pretty bad for us. Well, we're not going to get as much value out of the Badgermole Cub now, or the Lotus Cobra. We'll just go for the Badgermole. Animate a Forest onto the opponent. Oh, and another Lava Dart. But our Forest will come back. Expressive Iteration. Opponent has Delirium now. Swings for 3. Swing for 2. Go ahead and play a Lotus Cobra. Play a Windswept Heath. Grab a Dryad Arbor. And attempt to bestow onto the Dryad Arbor. And on the opponent. Oh, here's Slick Shot. And a Mutagenic Growth. And another Mutagenic Growth. And that's GG. Let's see what we've got in the sideboard. We're going to bring in 3 Vexing Bauble, 2 Endurance, and 3 Dismembers, cutting the Elvish Pioneers and Flare of Cultivations. Hand's a little land light. We're going to mulligan. This hand's not much better, but we'll try it. Hopefully opponent's hand has a Bauble in it. We're going to go for the turn 1 Vexing Bauble onto the opponent. Just land go from the opponent. Going to play Wooded Foothills, pass to them. Quarry Steelcutter. Let's go ahead and Boseiju the Quarry Steelcutter. I probably should have held off until end step. Oh, opponent still didn't cast anything though. I've got 2 lines, either Ghost Quarter and Green Sun, or just Endurance. I think I like the prospect of just Endurance. Oh, the Vexing Bauble must really be messing up the opponent. Let's go ahead and just get in the Endurance, and maybe we can be the aggressive ones. Let's attack with Endurance. And we'll hold off a turn until we can Icetill Explorer. I'll let Expressive Iterations. Preordains. I actually keep Badgermole Cub on top. Green Sun for 4. Grab Icetill Explorer. Play land. And assuming we've got a bird coming in at us, we're going to keep the Endurance back. Steel Cutter. ERC. Trigger Quarry Steel Cutter. Opponent attacks. We'll just take it this turn. Grab a Dryad Arbor. Let's start blowing up lands. Again. No land this time. Again. Badgermole Cub's actually not as good as I thought it was going to be. Just animate one of the forests. And no attacks. We'll just pass to the opponent. Lightning Bolt on Endurance. Probably means we're going to be followed up by Lava Dart. Oh, double Lightning Bolt. Okay. Triggers the Quarry Steelcutter. Ugh, Slick Shot. Mishra's Bauble gets countered by the Vexing Bauble, but they still get all their triggers. There's Unholy Heat. Onto our Icetill Explorer. Opponent's got a sizable board. Let's sack Vexing Bauble, see if we can draw anything relevant. Ugh, Forest. We're forced to block to not die. Oh, an opponent has a Violent Urge. That's going to be GG there. GG, opponent. GG. On the play, seems pretty decent. Lead off on Dryad Arbor. Just surveils to top. Badgermole animate Ghost Quarter. Opponent plays land, bounces back to us. Go ahead and hit an opponent's land. Opponent evokes the Solitude. Threatens our Badgermole Cub. We'll just float the mana. Get our Ghost Quarter back. And destroy their land. Go ahead and play another Badgermole Cub. Animate the land. And pass to the opponent. Opponent goes for a Shardless Agent. And hits a Birthing Ritual. Opponent grabs nothing off of the Birthing Ritual. Cast a Bristly Bill. Blow up an opponent's land again. Bristly Bill trigger. Counter on the Badgermole Cub. Opponent grabs an island. Play another Ghost Quarter. Counter on the Badgermole Cub. Blow up another land. Attack for 4. Opponent goes for another Shardless Agent. And another Birthing Ritual. Let's go ahead and hit one of the Birthing Rituals. And opponent grabs a Magmatic Hellkite. Hits our Ghost Quarter. Trigger Bristly Bill, counter on the Badgermole Cub. Oh, Titania. Cast the Lotus Cobra. Opponent Subtleties. We'll put it on bottom. Attack with the Badgermole Cub. No blocks. Let's go ahead and Flare of Cultivation. Play our Forest. Pass to the opponent. Endurance. Hits our graveyard. Unfortunate for Titania. Oh no, hits their own graveyard. Opponent attacks for 6. And finds a Solitude. Takes our Badgermole Cub. Titania, return a Ghost Quarter. Go ahead and just pass to the opponent. Opponent just moves to the end step, trigger Birthing Ritual. Grabs Quantum Riddler. In response, we'll blow up one of our own lands. Trigger Titania twice. We find a forest. Bestow Springheart Nantuko onto Dryad Arbor. Oh, but Force of Negation. Alright, we'll hold off for our turn. Opponent warps a Quantum Riddler. And attacks for 4 in the air. Attacks Quantum Riddler for Quantum Riddler. Find a fetch land. We're kind of in the same but worse position. No attacks this turn. Ooh, Elvish Norn. That swings for 8. Go ahead and make another elemental token. Grab a Dryad Arbor. Opponent doesn't find anything off the Birthing Ritual. Ooh, but they got a Solitude. Oh, and it gets double the triggers. Bye-bye Titania. Bye-bye elemental token. No red mana for Cactus Sureshot. I think we just pass. Opponent draws 3 off Quantum Riddlers. 2 triggers off Leyline Binding. Opponent swings for 15. Nothing off the Birthing Ritual. And we just find a Windswept Heath, so we'll concede it there. Bring in some Artifact Enchantment and free spell hate, trim on our plan a bit, and let's run it back. No green mana, we'll send it back. Lots of mana, we'll try it. Arboreal Grazer puts in Dryad Arbor. Flare of Cultivation, sacrificing their Arboreal Grazer. Put a forest onto the battlefield, 1 into hand, and onto the opponent. Plays land, says go. And we're just getting a little flooded. Just attack with the Dryad Arbor. Opponent plays a Birthing Ritual. Just swing for 1 again. Just land go from the opponent. Take a Springheart Nantuko. Attempt to bestow the Nantuko. Opponent Force of Negations again. We'll just play Forest to be able to hardcast the Force of Vigor during the opponent's turn. Opponent Rough and Tumbles. Alright, we find a Nissa. We'll hold off on a Nissa for now. Omnath. Let's go ahead and hit the Birthing Ritual. Find a Ghost Quarter. Let's Nissa. And then we'll Ghost Quarter ourselves. More mana off Nissa. Oh, I forgot Elvish Pioneer's an elf. The Doi. Well, we'll just play that out. Alright, quick intermission to talk about me making a deck building mistake. My intention with Nissa was to always be able to find the 1/5 mana card. I forgot Elvish Pioneer's a card, and I was wondering why we drew it, and then I realized, so I think in future iterations of this deck, Elvish Pioneer will not be in it. Solitude hits Nissa. And we're just going to take 4 here. And a Quantum Riddler. Springheart Nantuko. We'll hold it for now and just pass to the opponent. Hopefully we draw something good next turn to be able to Springheart Nantuko onto. Alright, gain some life with Omnath. And we're just going to take 7 here. Hardcast Quantum Riddler. A little late for Vexing Bauble, but let's see what we can draw. Cycle Vexing Bauble. Just finds a forest, and we'll just play it and say go. Leyline Bindings, the Elvish Pioneer. And opponents just got lethal on board, so we'll concede it there. GG. Alright, everybody, we are back. We are 3-2, and honestly, with a deck building mistake. So Elvish Pioneer, I realized, could be gotten off of Nissa, which makes Nissa a lot worse because the goal was to always find Titania. And so what I started doing after that was just sideboarding out the Elvish Pioneers and the Flare of Cultivations. I might leave in the Flare of Cultivation because it still works pretty well with Arboreal Grazer. And it still works to get a bunch of landfall triggers with things like Springheart Nantuko and whatnot. But the Elvish Pioneers definitely got to go. So maybe we'll find another home for that. Or maybe we just take out the Titania plus Sylvan Safekeeper combo. I like the combo. It did win us some games. Or maybe we lean more heavily into a different combo, more combos with Springheart Nantuko. We're going to give the deck another whirl. I think it's got a lot of potential. Maybe we bring in some like Court of Callings or something, go even more into a combo or something. But yeah, it feels like we're playing two different strategies. It feels like we're half playing a combo deck and half playing a land destruction deck. And maybe that keeps opponents on their toes. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe instead of Nissa, we just play some Lotus Cobras and some Court of Callings maybe. Just trying to figure out what to do with the deck. As far as sideboard felt okay. I think we pretty much brought in everything at some point or another except like Collector Ouphe. It's really just there for affinity. It's a one-of that's tutorable off of Green Sun Zenith, so I think it'll be fine. But yeah, all in all, deck was fun to play. I'm looking forward to trying out another version of it. But that is going to be all for today. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment what deck you want to see me play next, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.